Good morning, Business Marketing Technology Pathway students. It's me, Mr. Cheney, with another brilliant tutorial. So now we are at the last stages of our slide deck for our acrostic name poem. Once that slide deck is done with the animations and transitions and pictures and everything else, voiceovers, we're going to convert that into a video, get that video into YouTube, and then we're going to turn in this project and move on to our graphic design unit. So with our PowerPoints, where we should be is we should have our title slide. So our title slide includes a background. Every other slide has a background as well. And our title slide has a title of some sort, and it has your first and last name as the byline. They call that a byline because it's by someone. So you want those elements, and you want to make sure that you have the animations for a said slide. So you can check that by getting your animation pane open, and I can see that I have my animations for this slide, and so I'm going to check every slide to make sure that I have my animations in there, which so far so good. And I have a background for every slide, I have a picture for every slide, and I have my letter elements for every slide. I have my word cloud. So the only thing missing right now is to get a voiceover on each one of these slides. So there's one of two ways to do this. You can record a file on your phone, either iPhone or Android. I've got an example of Android, and then maybe I can attach it an iPhone YouTube for those of you who don't know how to do a voice memo. And so once you record them from your phone, you can put them into your Google Drive and then insert them into the slide deck. So in order to do that, I will show you right now. I'm going to insert, so I did one for slide 1, and I'm going to do insert, and I'm going to do audio, and it's going to be from my PC, and I believe that it should be in my downloads folder. Yes, so I even titled it slide 1, how smart am I? So I'm going to do that, and you're going to see this speaker show up, and what you want to do, you're going to be in this playback menu, and you want it to automatically play, and you want to hide it during the show. And then over here in your animation pane, you want to make sure that it is at the top of the list so that it starts before everything else. This little arrow right here, you don't want it to say start after, you want it to stay start with previous. And then you want this one to start with previous, and then moving on with all of these. If you want these to go at the same time, you do the same thing. Or you can go with after previous if you want it to be in a certain order. So if I were to play all of these right now, this is what the slide would look like.
Hello, this is Mr. Cheney, and this is the world debut of my autobiographical video. This will be trending in no time.
Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that, with the exception of where this title went. So I might need to adjust where that starts so that it actually ends where I want it to.
Hello. This is Mr. Cheney, and this is the world debut of my autobiographical video. This will be trending in no time.
Actually, it wasn't that title at all, it was the different one. So just make sure that your titles are going where you want them to, and then so you're going to move on to each slide and you're going to do that. The second way that you can do your voiceovers is to actually record right into the slide. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I'm going to split screen here, and I'm going to show my voiceover script, hopefully. So I split my screen, and I can see my script now, and I'm going to record the sound for my slide number 2. So what I'll do is I'll go to record, and I'll go to audio, and we're going to name this slide 2. I'm going to record so I can read straight from my script here. Sometimes work and life fuse into a sweet melody. For me, this is absolutely true. So I press stop, and press OK, and now you can see over in my animation pane I have my recording, so I'm going to make that the very first thing that starts. I'm going to make sure it says start with previous, not after, and so I can minimize this, and let's see if it did its job. Sometimes work and life. Okay, so the one adjustment I want to make is I want my animations on my word cloud to actually go not on a click, but I want to go after the previous. So when my voicemail, actually with, I want it to go with, because as I'm talking, I want this to happen. So at the same time as my audio. That's why I want to make this start with previous, not after. So let's try that again.
Sometimes work is life.
Absolutely true. And if I want to slow those down, I can come in here to affect options and actually go to the timing. And since those are very fast right now, I might make them medium. And that's going to match up a little better with my voiceover so that it's not going quite as fast. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to change that to medium on each one of these so that it's timed a little better. So once I change this one, we'll play it and see if that's a better result, which I think it will be. So let's play from the beginning. Very first thing is my voice memo.
Sometimes work is life.
Okay, so that's a little better, and then I can move on. So this little speaker thing I'm going to put over to the bottom. I'm going to go to playback. I'm going to make sure it says automatically. I'm going to click this so it hides during the show so you don't see the speaker. So if I were to actually play my show, you're not going to see the speaker when it plays. You're just going to hear it and see the graphic. Okay, so that is two different ways that you can get your voicemails in. So voiceovers, and so you want to get all the voiceovers done for slides 1 through however many that you've got, because again, we have different sizes on our names. Make sure you have your pictures if you want that A. Get those pictures of you in there. So that's how we do the sound. Last thing we need to know is how to get that music track in there, so I'm going to show you that next. So on the assignment for Acrostic Name Poem slide and video, I gave you 2 links to copyright-free music websites, and so you have Purple Planet and Bensound. Either one works. Bensound's a little simpler. You want to go to the free music section. You can pick what type of music you want to go with, so maybe I'm going to go with something energizing this time. Anything that says free download is up for grabs for you, and you can play it first and then download. Okay, that's kind of cheery, so I'm going to download that one, and now I want to put it into my slide deck and play it. So it's downloaded. As you can see here in Chrome, I can go back to my PowerPoint. Now we're going to put this music on the first slide. So we're going to insert audio from PC, downloads, it's called Hey, and we're going to put that in there. So it's really similar to the voiceover that we did. So on the playback, we're going to automatically play it, but we want to do this. We want to play it across all slides, and then in case it's too short for a slide deck, which in this case it probably won't be, but it doesn't hurt to do looped until stopped in case it runs out. So we'll do that. We'll hide that speaker during the show. We're going to make sure this song actually in our animation pane is the very first thing that starts, and so we'll say with previous, and then make sure all of our rest are still good. So yeah, there we go. And now we're going to play it.
Hello, this is Mr. Cheney, and this is the world debut of my autobiographical video. This will be training in no time.
One last thing that you want to make sure you do with music versus the voice is you want your music to be lower volume than your voice so that you can hear what you're saying. So this is the song file. So we'll go to playback, and what you'll do is this volume button, you want to make your music low so it's in the background. And then you can go to the speaker that's your actual voiceover and make that volume high so that when you play it, you can hear the music but also hear your voice.
Hello, this is Mr. Cheney, and this is the world debut of my autobiographical video. This will be training in no time.
Okay, so that's how we can do sound. I'm going to end this tutorial. I'll make a separate one and show you live how to make this slide deck into a video and get it into YouTube, but at the very least, this gets us our slides. This shows us how to make sure our animations are in, our pictures, our transitions. Oh, I didn't show transitions, so let me show you that. So make sure you have a transition on each one of these slides. So the way you can tell, you click transitions, slide 1 is reveal because you can see that it's showing there, and so on. So split is for that one, reveal is for that one, and you can change them up if you'd like or make the same one, but every single slide you want to have some sort of transition so that there's movement on the slide. So you can even play it back like playing your slideshow like that so you can see as well. So just making sure that all these things are in place, and the newest piece is the voiceover and the music track, and that'll get us really close to getting this turned in. Good luck, and I'll see you in class and help you out.